Welcome to the Salt Strong Podcast, disrupting fishing entertainment as you know it. Prepare to laugh. Prepare to get to know fishing legends in a whole new and unfiltered way. And on occasion, you might even learn a thing or two about fishing. Here's your host, Joe Simons. Like diamonds.
Hello, Salt Strong Nation. Joe Simons, like diamonds. Got Luke Simons. What's up, dude?
Well, I'm ready to go through Smart Fishing Spots platform.
So we've had a lot of requests from our members and even people maybe you're thinking about joining and you just want to see a tutorial on everything that Smart Fishing Spots can do in under 10 minutes. That is our problem. So we're going to go through as quick as we can. We're in a random spot here. It's near Stuart, Florida area. What we're going to show you works everywhere. But we're going to show you how we use this and really where to find everything. We're doing the desktop version. As you can obviously tell if you're watching this, the same thing applies to the phone. There's a couple little different nuances, but for the most part, everything's the same. So on this main screen, we got the map on the top half, right? And that you can see some of the spots are highlighted. There's some reds and yellows, etc. And we'll talk about what each of those mean in a second. And then underneath it, the second half of the screen, what do we have, Luke? We have the strike score, which is a score between 1 and 10, tending
it's tides, weather, and then the system will help you know which days are going to have the best bites based on the tides and the weather. So it's basically a one-stop shop for everything you need. And it's, of course, all focused on inshore saltwater fishing.
Yep. And so we'll go through each one real quick so you know what it is. So obviously the day, it says Monday, January 5th, a strike score. So higher the better. So if you were thinking that, hey, maybe you had either Saturday or Friday off, I'd take the 7 over the 5.8. Below that, we have all of our weather. So you can see every day and even down to the hour, what the temperature is going to be, what the wind is going to be, what direction it's coming from. And if I wanted to see, let's just say Saturday, boom, all of that changes. And then below it are the tides. So we have all this here because you need to be looking at the tides and then the wind and then the weather for any single day you're going to be fishing. And obviously even the weather or the wind direction. Now, this tide chart here is a normal tide chart you're probably used to seeing. The bars behind it, those are the feeding level projections. The higher the bar in that background, and this is the same on a mobile, that higher the bar, the most likely chance that you're going to get a good bite. You can see, like in this case, it's, around the slack tide, it dips back down. And this is changing constantly. We're getting new information, new intel coming in about every 15 to 20 minutes. And like any forecast, it's never perfect out 14 days, but it continues to keep getting better and better and smarter every single day. Really, every 15 minutes is this getting new data.
Yeah, just one thing is, so the strike score, the daily score, that's just the average, like the daily average. And really the higher score means that it's either good or bad weather and that there's a lot of water movement. And then the hourly, that's called the feeding level. That's the hourly increment. If you have the full day free and you only have 3 hours to fish, this helps you decide, okay, what 3 hours do I go out there on the water versus do yard work or whatever else you have to do. So they both are helpful. One is just more defined than the other.
Yep. And you can scroll this and keep seeing some days further out. A lot of people have said, hey, what happened to like the full calendar? If you look here right next to where it says Smart Tides, click that little calendar button, and then boom, you'll see all the full calendar. You can also change things if you wanted to take, let's say, feeding times off or the wind off. You have a little settings here where you can change that at any given time. And if you want to minimize it over here in the far left, if you wanted to see full map, boom, you just click that and you can click it back to go back up. Same thing on a desktop. So that's really everything for that kind of initial window. You'll see the legend over here if you ever have a question about, hey, what do the different colors mean? Red is the hot, yellow is great. I don't know what that light purple is good, and the darker purple is fair, and you can hide that as well. Now, layers is the next big tab. Same thing on the phone. And you'll see at the very top, smart spots are now automatically turned on. If I want to turn them off, I just click that. I want to turn them back on. Whoop. I want to click the wrong one. If I want to turn them back on, I just click it back again. Whoop. Oh, it's taking me back to this reset. My bad on that one. Okay. So now the smart spots are back on. The community spots, people asking about that. Those are all of the fishing reports from our community in this area in a given time. And I can click insider spots as well. And you can see that one of our coaches went out and did an on the water report in this area. And so you can click on any one of these and then go to the actual report as well.
And those are only the spots that are during the time, the same conditions that on the prior screen, Joe, if you can go over there.
Yep.
Where on the map, so that blue bar, that's the only thing, the vertical bar on the tide chart, that's the specific time of the day that the smart spots are there for. So move that blue bar, the one that's at noon. Yeah. So that right there, as that moves, now every hour, those smart spots are changing based on the specific conditions at the specific time that you've selected. That's what's most powerful about this platform. This is real-time, hourly data that highlights where the most fish are most likely going to be feeding. Obviously, it's not perfect, but it's a pretty good gauge, and we've had a lot of members catch a ton of fish in these spots.
Yep. All right. So the other layers, we got seagrass. You just click that, and then boom, you can see that all the seagrass is now there highlighted. I'm going to turn that one off. We got oyster beds, and we'll go through each of these quick. So we have 3 minutes left. So every one of those little gray dots are oysters. That is one of the most powerful things you can use, and it works in all the different states. We got all the boat ramps. So all the boat ramps are highlighted there. We got the reefs. So now going offshore and even some inshore reefs, you have all the different reefs. And then of course the tide stations. What's neat about this, you can click on any of these, but depending on where you have this little guy dropped, it's automatically picking the correct tide station, which is nice. But we have this here in case you wanted to change if you knew you're going to be fishing in a different area. Now, the map layers below, if you see, I'll just click on satellite here. If you see this little square thing, it means there's other options for you to be clicking. Okay, so I got normal, I got the high res, the 4K, and the Bing. It gets really powerful when you're zoomed in. I'm obviously zoomed pretty far out. Shaded relief, same thing. So I can click this and I can see the normal. I can do the sonar or the super high res, which is really, really powerful once you start getting into some areas that has that the high res. The marine chart, same deal. You see this little thing over here, and I can slide it for the transparency. So if I just wanted to see a little bit, but also wanted to see satellite, I can do that. And I'll turn that off. And then now our new ones, the 1 foot contour. Yep.
This is a big one too. This has been a game changer for me once I figured out how to use it.
Yep. And you could change the line color as well. So if you wanted it to show up a little bit better, you can change the line color. We only got 2 minutes and it's not showing up because I have all these other ones turned on. But that is going to be a game changer. Now we're getting down to 1/2 foot contour lines, and we'll do a whole tutorial on that. And then finally, with 2 minutes left here, these tools. Now, these are routes and waypoints if you're listening to this. And let's just say I wanted to plan a trip here and I had all my hotspots all done. So I could click, I'm going to start here and then click here. I'm going to go here, 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 here. These are going to be my spot and finish route. And it's going to show me exactly the lat and longitude. All the GPS points are here. I can export this in my unit if I want to. I can export it where it shows up on my phone. This is really, really good on desktop where you should be doing most of your pre-trip planning. It's a work in progress on the phone. The other thing you'll notice on the phone is you have tracks where it'll track you. Obviously, we're not tracking someone on their laptop on the desktop version. So it'll track you if you want it to, just like Cookies would on a fish finder. And it's got a lot of different little directional and compass settings as well in the toolbar area where you can start identifying distances, how far away like the next spot is from you, etc. So that is it. That's summarized in 9 minutes there, Luke, on the dot. And hopefully that helps you just at least find everything and know where everything is. Obviously, spend some time in here, check out your area, check out new areas, and know that this is getting smarter over time. These spots are changing constantly. They certainly change during the seasons, and this is continually just getting smarter and smarter every single month. And the best news is, yep, go for it, Luke.
Let me share, and I'll do the 1 foot contours real good. This is a big deal that not many people are using yet. I don't know any other platform that has this. And I'll just show a quick application.
Oh, he's going over the 10 minutes here. Boom.
I show 850. I'm showing 850. I still can't do it.
You can't share? Oh, man, this is uncomfortable.
It's worth it. It's worth it. This is really powerful for wintertime fishing. All right. So I have the 1 foot contour selected. I have this regular Google map, right? Wintertime fishing, a lot of the fish, especially up to cold fronts, will naturally gravitate towards the deepest structure they can find. And with this contour, check this out. These lines are not available on other platforms. All right. I take this off. I have no idea which docks are deeper than the others. No idea. Whereas with this thing, you don't have to go out there and go up, run up to every single dock. I can automatically see that this dock is going out into the almost 10 feet of water, whereas 3 docks over is only 7 feet. It's a 3 foot difference. This dock, after cold fronts, all else being equal, is going to have a much higher chance of holding a bunch of fish than this dock or any of the other docks down this line. This has been a huge game changer for me. And so if you're not yet using this, make sure to take advantage of this part of the platform.
Yeah, you can see over here on the right. Yeah, there's a 15-foot hole. I mean, it's so neat to find little ledges.
You can see everything.
Yeah.
And there's no other, and we even have down to a half a foot contour once it gets shallow. So no other platform that I've ever seen has this. And again, this is something complimentary to all Insider Club members. They'll make sure that you are getting on the best fishing grounds.
And then finally, as I was going, where I was going with this is complimentary to all Inside Club members, and we are adding a new feature every month. So literally every month in 2024, we already have it mapped out, and there's people working on every one of them. I'm not going to reveal what they are, but everyone gets better than the one prior. Stuff that's never been out there before is all I will say. And we will at some point be raising the price for all of this. So get in now if you haven't already. A lot of really cool stuff coming. And I will continue to do more tutorials on individual pieces like the contour lines that came out. And I won't tease what's coming out next month in February, but we'll obviously be doing a lot of different little tutorials on all of that. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully this was helpful. And comment down below with any specific questions on things that you want us to cover or other new features to add. We out.
Sometimes a little over 10 minutes, but I think it was worth it to add that last feature in there.
Yep. Oh, and it's got the... It's worth it just for that right there. See you guys. Peace.
'Cause fishing, it's in my soul. It was pain.